Hey guys, the title of this video is The Difficulty of Odd Lifting. Once again, the difficulty of odd lifting. Odd lifting is very difficult, guys. Right now I'm stuck at a plateau. I've mentioned that before. The thing is, when you get to these higher number of reps in each hand, right? I'm at 8 reps with 120 pounds in my right and 8 reps in my left for a 16 total. I want to get to a personal best of a 19 total. So I want to get to 10 reps in my right and 9 reps in my left. You know, you get to a plateau. Your grip, because this is all raw, your grip on your hands starts to slip. Your upper back, you get problems when you try to turn the wrist in. You can lose motivation. You can get kind of stuck in a rut and lose motivation, and it's frustrating. I'm stuck in a rut right now. As I mentioned, I'm having some issues with my stomach. I actually see the specialist doctor tomorrow, so the next video I will make is another Paul Bostian health update. But you know, like I'm really stuck in a rut with this odd lifting. I've been stuck since June. For about 6 months I've been stuck now, and I've been in my odd lifting career, guys. I've been at many ruts before, and I've gotten out of all of them before. But as I get stronger, as I get, you know, towards my peak age of, say, 36, 37, 38 years old, when I reach that age, or even 40, I'll be at my peak physical strength in my upper body. You know, it gets harder and harder and harder and harder. I'll use the analogy, because I'm a fan of mixed martial arts as a sport. You take like a heavyweight M.M.A. fighter, a heavyweight mixed martial artist, and when you're building up a record, right, you'll start where, say you live in the state of New Jersey, right, in the United States. You'll fight guys like in the northeastern United States who kind of live around you, and your first couple fights you won't fight the toughest guys, right? You'll fight guys with like 3 and 5 records, 0 and 2 records, guys who are who are fighting for the first time. But once you get to, like, you know, 6 and 0, 7 and 0, right? To use this analogy, you have to start fighting guys with winning records, and then you have to beat the guys who have winning records to make it to the UFC, if to use this analogy, right? And the same thing goes with odd lifting, right? You have to match what some crazy steroid freak in Russia or Bulgaria or in Sweden or Norway or Iceland or in the United States is doing. And it's difficult because I do not use steroids. I'm a steroid-free weightlifter, and it's difficult to match their progress when they're putting steroids into their body and growth hormone. I'm not saying I'm against steroids or growth hormone use. It's their own personal choice to use those things. I choose not to use them, but because they do, they have that advantage, right? Recovering from workouts quicker, things like that. It also gives them, in the short term, you know, bursts of strength, and like it's difficult. So I'm stuck at a rut right now. To use again that mixed martial arts fighter analogy, a heavyweight mixed martial arts fighter analogy, I'm stuck fighting, you know, like instead of making the jump to like the UFC to the next level, which would be my 19 rep personal best, I'm just fighting guys, say on a you know, to use that fighter from New Jersey. I don't know why I picked that state. I'm just fighting top fighters in the northeastern United States or in Florida or in Texas, just regional fighters. I'm trying to work my way up And to use that analogy, I know it's kind of a weird analogy, but if you get enough experience, to use that analogy, you beat enough guys, you get enough in-ring experience, to use the analogy again, you eventually get to a point where you gain confidence and you get out of your rut. So to bring it to odd lifting, I'm out of rut, but as soon as your body gets accustomed eventually to the higher rep totals, the higher repetitions, and I will get out of that rut, and I'll be able to match a lot of these Eastern European guys, these guys from England, Scandinavia, Iceland, United States. But right now I'm in a rut. A good deal of it has to do with my stomach issue I have. Also, just when you do higher reps, it becomes more and more and more difficult to keep your grip on the dumbbell, especially in something like odd lifting where it's totally raw, no wrist straps, hand shock, weightlifting gloves, no belt. You need a very strong grip, and I promise you guys I will get through this rut. And by 2018, a year and a half, from now, around, or even a year and 10 months, I'll be hitting my PR and reaching my goal. And then from there I have even more goals to set to move up even more in the world of odd lifting, to the top 15 lifters in the world, to the top 10, to the top 5. That's more of a long-range plan, especially the top 15 or top 10 or top 5. But I'm sure I can get there with persistence. Okay, thank you guys.